possible. Laying down is nice. Hi. Wow, I look really pregnant at this angle. This is great. I thought I would do a little update on my second and third trimester symptoms, although I'm thinking about it right now and I'm like, girl, what symptoms did you really have? I tried to start writing it down and really nothing came to me. So yeah, I'm 34 weeks pregnant in 2 days. Big old belly. Oh, she just kicked me. Do it again. Do it again. Come on, baby girl. We believe in you. She tends to kick me like in this general area, so if you keep your eye out on that area during the video, you will possibly see a kick. My grandma is like the baby whisperer. I keep calling her that because she like thinks she knows everything about babies, which she knows a lot about babies. She's raised a million of them, but she thinks the baby's coming early. Oh, another kick. Yeah, she thinks the baby's coming early, which would mean the baby would be here in 3 weeks. My calendar is like full for the next 3 weeks because I'm still like working a bunch for the next 3 weeks, and then I'm trying not to work after that. So let's see what happens. But if she's like early, if she comes at 37 weeks, I will be ecstatic. Her nursery is completely ready. Today I had my home visit appointment with my midwife, and she brought over the birth tub, and Adam had to be at my appointment, and she was like, all right, this is the birth tub. It's actually that big black bag back there. So he has to like blow up the birth tub / kiddie pool. It seems like a kiddie pool to me, before my midwife gets here, and she was telling us how we should like put like a throw blanket underneath it so that it stays warm longer and so it stays like insulated, and like we have to figure out which water source we can use to fill it up and whatever, all this stuff. And so crazy because it's like it's so real now. So how have I been feeling? First trimester, I already made a video on that, and I honestly feel like a lot didn't change from my first trimester to my second trimester. I already had a lot of energy in my first trimester, at least towards the end. In the beginning, I was really tired because I was like having like coffee withdrawals and stuff. But yeah, second trimester, tons of energy. And that's really all I can say that's like standing out to me right now. I feel like a lot of things happened right at the beginning, and then, at least for me, nothing new started to happen in the second trimester. Like, you know, I felt bloated and I felt my boobs getting bigger and all that in the beginning. So I don't know if they were like, if my boobs got even bigger in the second trimester. I didn't really notice. I don't think they did. But you know, like people talk about the second trimester being like a breeze, and for me it was. But my first trimester was also a breeze. I had like, I'm trying to think, because I can't remember what I said in my first video. But the one weird thing that started happening to me is that under my left foot, I woke up one morning and I stood up and it felt like I was stepping on a Lego. And I actually picked up my foot and looked at it and thought, what's on the floor? And there was nothing on the floor. And this kept happening to me for like the next few days up to a week. I'm like, what the hell is going on with my left foot? And then it wasn't so like intense after a while, but every time I would like stretch my left foot or like lock it and make it straight, I would still feel like a weird tingling feeling right under my heel where I had that, like, I'm calling it the Lego sensation. I still have no idea what this is. It's pretty much mostly gone now, but when I touch the bottom of my left foot, I have no feeling in that spot on my left foot. And I know because I'm like contrasting it to how I feel on my right foot. And it feels very weird. I have no freaking idea what this is. And I'm pretty sure it's a pregnancy symptom because I've never had this experience before. Yeah, so it's one of my pregnancy symptoms that stands out to me is that I can't feel the bottom of my left foot very well. What else? How much did I gain in the second trimester? I honestly don't know. I've gained like 24 pounds total. I don't know how much more I'll gain for the next 3 to 6 weeks, but I would have like up to months where I wouldn't gain any weight, and then I'd have like a week where I gain like a few pounds, you know? And I think that's generally like normal. You can gain weight every week, or you can gain none one week and then a ton the other week. It's just like whenever your body needs you to gain weight, you gain weight. So one thing that happens when you're pregnant, or can happen when you're pregnant, is that your gums in your mouth get really sensitive. And so one morning I woke up and my mouth just had blood in it, and I went and spit it out, and I was like, what the hell is this? And then every time I flossed after that, I noticed that I would bleed a ton out of my mouth. And that started in the second trimester, and I still have it now. It's really weird, but it's like every time I floss, it just can keep spitting out more and more blood. It does not stop. It does not let up. And it's a pregnancy symptom. It happens to a lot of women, I guess. So that's one of the things that happened. It's not that annoying. It's like whatever, it doesn't hurt, you know? But yeah, I mean, like second trimester, I just felt really good. I had a lot of energy. I didn't really have a big appetite. Like I kept waiting for that like recurring craving. And I had like, you know, a bagel bender for like a week, but I don't have like that recurring craving or the strong cravings. I kind of have like less of an appetite than I normally do. So that really just stands out to me because I am such an appetite person, such a like I want food all the time person in general, but I don't have it as a preggo lady. Now I'm in the third trimester. Acid reflux. Like I could eat something and then hours later it will come back up. And I'm like, that's disgusting. That's cool. Why is this happening to me? Why am I tasting my eggs at 4 p.m? Don't understand. So yeah, that's a thing. And I've had that problem before, but not to the extreme level that I've had it in my pregnancy and during the third trimester. What else? Oh, my ribs, like my upper back aches, but it's more like my ribs in my upper back ache. And I noticed that if I have a really big meal, it'll hurt more. And I don't know, I've gotten like chiropractic care and like massages and stuff. And someone tried to explain it to me as like all the organs in my body shifting up. And so my rib cage could be irritated by that. Like even though the baby is down here, my upper rib cage is still being affected in a way. So I'm looking forward to that going away because it's been recurring for the last couple weeks. And on some days it's been pretty debilitating. I didn't like work out for like a whole week. The first week it happened because it was just like, felt like nothing made it feel better. Laying on my side didn't make it feel better. Laying on my back wouldn't make it feel better. Sitting up didn't make it feel better. You're not supposed to lay on your back, I know. So yeah, not great. But I do still have as much energy as I had in my first and second trimester. So that's a plus. What else? Still don't really have a big appetite. I'm trying to think. I hope that my next pregnancy and all the pregnancies that follow, however many babies I have, are as easy as this one. And I hope that I don't make up for my ease in an intense labor. Although labor is going to be intense. I'm starting to get nervous. I'm starting to get scared. I think in the beginning, like when I first got pregnant, like I said, you know, you're 12 weeks pregnant, 40 weeks feels like a long time from now. I was really excited, really like looking forward to birth, watching all these birth videos. I'm like, yeah. And then now I'm kind of getting like nervous and cold feet. And I'm like, oh, is home birth going to be right for me? Even though I know it's right for me, I know it's what I want. And now I'm just starting to get a little bit nervous about it. And I think I got triggered because I follow a bunch of birth pages on Instagram. And I was watching a woman in labor, and she's on all fours at home and her husband's in the room, and she's on all fours, but her toddler is laying underneath her and she's breastfeeding while she's in labor. And she's wailing, like she's screaming at the top of her lungs, and it put me on edge. I was like, oh my God. I kept like turning down the video, but I still wanted to watch it. And then I would be watching it and it would be like basically silent, and I'd be like, okay, but I want to know what else is happening. So I would like turn it up, and then I'd get triggered by her yelling, and I'm like, oh my God, that's gonna be you. And I mean, obviously she survived, everything was fine. She had a healthy baby, but it was a little bit like alarming for me. Like, oh, that's gonna be you very soon. Yeah, it's gonna be me very soon. I have a freaking birth tub in my house right there. So yeah, I guess that's a pregnancy symptom for trimester 3. Starting to get a little bit nervous. I will say that I'm definitely nesting. Like, you cannot stop me from finding a new cabinet to go through and throw crap out of and reorganize. I'm like, every night of the week after I'm done with all my work, I'm like, all right, what corner of the house can I get to now? Yesterday I spent 3 hours in the guest room, like reorganizing and throwing shit away. That's kind of nice. I like that. I like that a lot. It keeps me on my feet. It keeps me moving. I like usually play like country music because now I'm all into country music while I'm doing it. Is that a pregnancy symptom? Being into country music? It's kind of new for me, but I've been jamming out hard to country hits on Apple Music, the playlist. One thing that I kind of like kept waiting to happen to me, but hasn't happened to me, I haven't been emotional at all. I've probably cried a total amount of times in the last 9 months as I normally do in like 2 weeks. Like, I just haven't been that emotional. I've been very rational, very like level-headed. Everything with me and Adam has been like really great. Like, our whole relationship has been super solid, and I don't know, it's weird. It's really, not that like we normally fight a ton, but it's like, it stands out to me like how little we fought in my pregnancy. And I think it stands out to me because, you know, people say like, watch out for like when your girlfriend or your wife or whatever is pregnant, because like she's gonna be emotional. And I'm starting to feel like, well, that didn't happen to me. I think I only have like I said, 3 to 6 weeks left of my pregnancy. I don't know what new symptoms I'm gonna have. I mean, I'm way bigger now. Like, I finally feel like it stands out to me how much new weight is on my body when I try to get up. My core strength is lacking. Oh my God, I have to pee all the time. Like, all the time. I couldn't imagine that I would have to pee this much. I have a phobia of like getting in bed because I'm like, no, don't fall asleep, but you're gonna go pee again. And I will just run back to the bathroom every 5 minutes trying to just like trickle out anything that's left in my bladder. So yeah, that sucks. I'm like super excited for that to be over because I'm actually afraid of leaving my house because I know that by the time I get to where I'm going, even if it's 1 mile away, I'm gonna have to pee again. And I don't like that. I don't want to have to pee everywhere I go during a pandemic. Really recently, I've become someone who wakes up a lot in the middle of the night and then has a kind of hard time going to sleep. And in general, I've become like a light sleeper. Like, every little noise can wake me up, which I think is like your body's way of preparing you to wake up for a crying baby. But that's pretty new. It's not so bad. I can, for now, go back to sleep like pretty quickly. But there was one night where I woke up for an hour and I was like, ugh. I've been getting like 8 or 9 hours, even sometimes 10 hours of sleep a night. And like, if I get anything under 8, I'm like really feeling it. And I don't know if I'm prepared for having very little sleep when the baby comes. Am I just gonna adjust to 4 hours of sleep or 3 hours and just become a crazy woman? I know how I am when I don't sleep, and it's not good. It's an emotional wreck. Okay. It's okay. I'm getting stressed out. Anyways, I know this is kind of like informal and all over the place, but I just wanted to unload a little bit about my pregnancy. And, you know, in the first trimester, I feel like I had like really specific points of changes in my body because it was the beginning, it was the onset, and everything stood out to me. And now, as I've been pregnant for 8+ months, I feel like the changes are a little bit more subtle and they don't stand out to me as much. Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to show you guys the nursery. And I do want to do like a little clothing haul with the baby's clothes. If there are any videos that I haven't made yet that are related to me being super pregnant, please let me know in the comments because I do not want to miss my last chance to do them. I'm gonna be a mom soon. Love the Mom. My Instagram is gonna become a real mom page with a real baby on it, and I can't wait to tell you guys her name and show you guys her pictures. Oh, I'm so excited to meet her. I'm very excited. Me and Adam are so excited. We like cannot have a single conversation without talking about like how excited we are to have a baby and like be parents. It's really cute. Should we make an Adam the dad page? Dadam22. I like that better. Anyways, I've been rambling on and on and on, but I gotta go and pack because I'm going on my baby moon tomorrow. A little local vacation since we can't go anywhere in the pandemic, but I'm excited to get away, even if it's not very far from my actual house. But thanks for watching, guys. I love you. Have a good day on purpose.